What's up everyone? Glad to see you guys back here once again on the channel. Now in my last video, I talked to you guys about how I feel that AMD and NVIDIA are just really not making enough video cards to saturate the market. And in fact, they're doing the quite opposite. They've ramped down manufacturing so that there's this giant vacuum in the industry. Now, another thing that's also happening is we're hearing all kinds of rumors about these companies starting to sell the cards directly to you. Okay. Sounds kind of good, right? In all honesty, if it could work, it could be a good thing. But here's the whole thing. If these companies right now are creating this vacuum in the industry of cards, what's going to stop them from charging you those high prices themselves on direct marketing? And also look at this another way. All of your favorite companies that you've dealt with in the past would be gone. So if you're a Sapphire fan, guess what? Sapphire won't be selling you a card. If you're an XFX fan, guess what? XFX won't be selling you a card. Asus, Gigabyte, MSI. If NVIDIA and AMD start selling directly, all of these companies that have been board partners for all these years will be completely, utterly screwed over. Now, how that'll affect their overall margin, I think it's going to be quite a big thing. We all know that motherboards, they're all kind of the same. The performance level on them is not that much difference. The main difference in motherboards is just features. Companies really don't make a whole lot of money off of motherboards. There's more money to actually be made in the VGA market. So if all these board companies all of a sudden can't make VGA products, how will that honestly affect these companies in an overall sense? Do you know what I'm saying? Because all of a sudden, let's just say Asus makes 50% of their profit, or even 40% of their profit, and this is all done off of video card sales, right? All of a sudden you cut their video card sales out. How's that going to affect the market? I'll tell you how. First of all, you're going to see prices on all of the other components start to rise up. That's just the natural order of things. I've lived a long time, and in the 70s, you had to wait in a line just to get gas. Seriously. So things can get really bad really quick. And if these companies cannot make their money off the VGA cards that they're making, all the price of their components are going to go up. Which means that the entire PC market, which was once a fun, affordable thing, will become something that is almost unaffordable, but for all who have a lot of money. The entry-level gamer, the guy who likes to play games, everybody's going to be reduced to playing on a console. Now, I had a video before where I talked about, a console, kind of like a PC. And since we're talking about that, I want to clarify, I never really meant to make it exact the same thing as a PC. The PC environment is a completely what they call open environment, where you can change every single solitary part inside of a PC to get what you want. Now, with the thing that I was talking about, it wouldn't be like that. You would have a static board in there that you could use for a few generations. A GPU would no longer be a GPU, inline GPU. It would be something that you actually plugged in. It would be more, like I said, a mixture of firmware and hardware. It's not exactly like a PC. It's not like a Steam machine. It's not like that. A Steam machine wasn't really upgradable. You can't do that stuff. What I'm looking for is a console that's kind of a hybrid. It's a mixture between a PC and a console, so that you kind of get the best of both worlds. Like I said, consoles are selling a lot more. And a lot of people said, oh, prices haven't gone up. But yes, prices have gone up on consoles here in the USA. I don't know about other places in the world, but here in the USA, console prices have gone up. From Christmas till now, they're at least $100 more. So already you can see how the PC industry is affecting actual other industries. It's like a tidal wave. When the tidal wave, rolls into town, it hits everything around it. The buildings, the cars, the people, and that's kind of how this same stuff is happening in the industry. This video card shortage is creating a tidal wave which may, at the end of the day, end up costing you and me and all of us around the world so much more money than we were ever even expecting. So if AMD and NVIDIA, if they honestly cut out all the board partners, do you think that's a good thing? It has the opportunity to be a good thing. But here honestly is the crux of the whole thing. Why are they doing this all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden are they trying to make it where they cut out the middleman? I'll tell you why. NVIDIA admitted it already before. They're not happy with their cards being sold at these higher prices through Newegg and all these other people. Now, does that mean though that they're so upset that they're willing to sell you these cards at the normal price? Or does that just mean that they're pissed off that they're not making that extra profit? And that's where the whole crux of this entire thing balances out. If these guys start selling cards directly, will we actually see lower pricing, or will we just see AMD and NVIDIA begin the gouging themselves? And that's what I'm really worried about, because if that happens, all of our PC dreams, everything we want to do is just going to go up in price and become super duper unaffordable for everything that you're buying. I want to know what you guys have to think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think that it's a real possibility that AMD and NVIDIA, if they start selling directly to you, that they're going to just start charging you all that money themselves so that they can make the profit? Or are they really going to do the right thing and just sell these cards to you at the lower price? I'm going to say this, man. Human beings are greedy. It's not always a bad thing, but we all have greed. I'm greedy, you're greedy, Jesus is greedy, my mom's greedy. We all have a part of greed. And part of being greedy is, that we want to live our lives. So we go to work, we do stuff. That's all a minor part of greed. But when greed dominates, and corporations, you guys all know, are known for one thing and one thing only. And what is that? Making frickin' money. That's what they're in business for. They're not there to give you a job. They're not there to make you happy. They're not there to hold your hand. They're not there to provide you any kind of decent thing unless, guess what? You pay for it. So my feeling is this. If these companies start selling direct, all we're going to be doing is switching one evil for another evil. So instead of getting gouged by Newegg, Amazon, and all these other sellers around the world, guess what? We'll just get screwed directly by AMD and NVIDIA. Wow!